and health is my area of passion. And so tonight, you guys are in for a treat as we go into the new year. I'm launching a detox shred 10 for the new year. And I wanted you guys to be on to partake in this. And I have a great friend and mentor, Robin, on the line. She is a certified nutritionist, has been in the industry for over 11 plus years, had her own business and her own product line and supplement line. And so I'm truly excited about the information that she's going to share with you. Any questions that you have, definitely, at the end, ask those questions and we'll answer those for you and we'll get you all ready for the new year. Robin, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Can you all see me somewhere in the little corner? Am I there? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Perfect. So we'll just give you all like a little, Jontrice did a wonderful introduction. I am a nutritionist, and people say, are you a real nutritionist? I actually went to school for this. Like I have degrees in nutrition. So but how I got into this was my own journey, where initially that wasn't what I started off doing with my career, but I was overweight, pre-diabetic, and one day I fainted, and that kind of opened my eyes in terms of my own wellness. And what I discovered is that food will either kill you or keep you alive, that the illnesses and diseases we face are due in part to what you put in your mouth or what you don't put in your mouth. And so for 11 plus years, I've been on this mission to help inspire others to use food and nutrition to build and repair their body. So we're going to talk about Shred 10, and this is what I recommend to my clients and those that I work with. And Jontrice has partnered with us so that we can take the shred further and empower more people. So I'm going to tell you about the shred and just a little bit about what we're dealing with in terms of health and nutrition right now. So Shred 10 is a 10-day jump start to better health. So in those 10 days, we're going to ask you to shred the foods and the habits that are not serving you and focus on flooding your body with whole food nutrition. And my PowerPoint needs to move us along here. Here we go. Nope, not up. Haha. I like it when there's a little bit of a technical difficulty. So I actually didn't even start the PowerPoint. But what I will tell you as this is actually loading is that there are some startling trends that we're dealing with health-wise. And as I lay it out for you, you will be able to see and understand that we're in a kind of a health crisis and what we can all do about that. So as I mentioned to you, the Shred 10 is designed to help you shred the foods and the habits that are not serving you. And people immediately hear Shred 10 and they think automatically 10 pounds. And so that could be true, absolutely. But it is shredding a number of things, and it's doing it for 10 days. So it's not just a program to lose weight. It's a program designed to fuel your body at a cellular level with nutrition in addition to. So there are two startling trends that are in our world today. And one of them is that our environment is full of toxins and you can't not breathe. So every time you breathe, whether you like it or not, your body is being bombarded with toxins. And there's nothing you can do about that part. The other startling trend that is going on is that our nutrition is under assault. So there's not a lot of food in our food, if you will. There was some time when you would grow a tomato and it would actually have all the nutrition and enzymes. Now, as you know today, there's a lot of processed foods and foods that really just don't give us nutritional value. And so those two things, where we are taking in toxins through the environment and we're taking in toxins through our food, then wreaks havoc on our bodies. You'll see a lot more cancers, autoimmunes, diabetes. I mean, the list goes on. And in my 11 years plus of doing this, it just continues to increase and increase. And so why the shred works is because we're taking that time, and it's just a jump start to take out the foods that don't serve us and then flood our bodies with whole food micronutrition. And it is the micronutrition that is your medicine, if you will. That is all of the phytochemicals that your cells need to thrive. So we want to talk about how to eat to live in 2020. And I can't even believe that it's the new year already. But how do we eat to live and thrive in 2020? So how Shred 10 works, I'm going to tell you what the protocol and why. So for 10 days, and you might be asking, okay, 10 days and then what? I will make sure to explain that to you. So for 10 days, you're going to remove all of the following things that I'm going to mention. Gluten being one of them. Why is that? Why even think about that? So gluten is the protein found in wheat. And since in 1994 is when the bread and the pastas and the wheat became tampered with, where then our digestive system started to no longer recognize what we were putting in our bodies. And so today, the gluten that we find for many of us does not sit well in our bodies. But you don't necessarily know that in full unless you remove it. You'll notice that there are a lot of gluten-free products on the market today to respond to the fact that so many of us cannot tolerate gluten. And the effects on the bodies are minor to be bloated to major irritable bowel, Crohn's disease. I mean, it's a lot that goes into that. So when you remove it for the 10 days, you get a chance to see what your body likes and does not like. Now, when I say remove gluten, as I mentioned what you're removing, rest assured that we're going to help guide you as to what to eat. The next one is we're taking out dairy. That is cream, butter, cheese, and maybe that sounds crazy. There was a time where I only ate cheese and only ate out of a can, and I didn't eat anything of nutritional value. But I also can tell you that when I was eating dairy, and I'm going to say this because this is the honest truth, I always had yeast infections, and I just thought that was normal. As soon as I pulled back the dairy, all of that went away. So we're just going to ask you for those 10 days to do that. You are in a detoxifying your body when you're doing that. We're going to ask you to take out caffeine or reduce. Because I know some of you, I don't know, but I suspect that someone out there may have, 6 cups of coffee a day, and the thought of not having caffeine sounds terrible. So we're going to ask you to reduce it. So if you can eliminate it, that's fine. But if that sounds horrible, then reduce it. Do half cap. Alcohol, that's self-explanatory. We're going to take out processed foods because, again, we're taking out what doesn't serve us and flooding our bodies with what does. Sugar for those 10 days. The good news is that you're going to have the opportunity to replace that sugar with natural sugars that should help to satisfy your sweet tooth. And then we're going to ask you to stop eating between 6:30 and 7 p.m. And that is the start of the Shred Detox program. While you're taking those items out, you're going to add in 3 to 4 days of exercise, enough water so that your urine is clear, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. We're also going to ask you to add in 1 to 2 of the complete protein shakes, which I'll explain to you what that is and why it is useful. And then we're going to recommend that you add in fruits and vegetables as a plant powder, and they're either taken as a capsule or a chewable. And I'll also explain to you why we make that recommendation. So with the shred, you're removing the items that I mentioned, and then you're flooding your body with the nutrition. As a shredder, you receive, and I really wholeheartedly believe in what the shred is all about, and you're going to hear from some shredders as well. So the program includes a 10-day shred menu so that you know what to eat and the options. And then after the 10 days, you're going to get a full 4-week nutrition plan and roadmap so that you know what to eat in between the shred. So during the shred, maybe you're taking out gluten and dairy and those things. But after the shred, if you want to have a piece of toast or some creamer in your coffee, that is okay. That meal plan is designed to help you keep everything balanced, keep your blood sugar stable, cholesterol down, blood pressure, all of those things. It's helping to continue to guide you. You're also going to receive the plant-based complete protein as a part of the shred. We have a digital recipe book, our accountability and support group, our success guide, support from your Shred 10 leader, as well as access to our team of health and wellness experts. So there are quite a few shredders, and there are quite a few shred leaders, and we all work together to support our shred community. We do this as a group. I'm shredding right now, so I shred alongside all of you every month, and we support each other. We hold each other accountable, and it's a wonderful community because we do it every month. We begin to look for each other. We have a private Facebook group where shredders are able to post and share their experience. But if you don't have Facebook, your shred leader will either create a text accountability group or another way to connect with you to make sure that you are okay. A question comes up: can you do the shred and intermittent fast? If you don't know what that is, it is a period of time where you're eating and a period of time where you're fasting. And usually we are now doing 16-8. What does that mean? You are not eating for 16 hours and you're eating only in an 8-hour window. Should you decide to become a shredder, we'll break this down to you a little bit further. But the answer is yes, you can do the shred and do intermittent fasting. And I love it. That is personally what I do. I didn't always, but it is something that as I've taken my shred to the next level that I've started to include. Another question is the shred an all plant-based program? And the answer is no, in that we love plants. We would love for you to flood your body with plants because we know that that's where the bulk of the nutrition comes from. But we want to meet you where you are. So in the nutrition plan, there is options for you if you are vegetarian, vegan, flexitarian, pescatarian, or wherever you are in the eating realm. There are options for you. So no, it is not all that plant-based. You can make it that way if that is what suits you. So let me give an example of what is on the menu. Just a snapshot. Your meal one is going to be your protein shake, and that is all plant-based. So your breakfast is going to be your shake, some vegetables if you desire, and some water. Or if you're only doing one shake a day, let's say that next meal you want to do eggs and some oatmeal. Now, it says sourdough toast, but kind of put that out of your mind for right now because during the shred, we're not doing too much bread or anything like that. But I wanted to let you all know that the meal plan has a variety of options. If you need a snack, you can do veggies and hummus, or you can do turkey or a couple of veggies or some tuna. The meal plan gives you lots of choices that you can select from to fit who you are. Your lunch is going to be your protein shake, your second one, or a big salad with a little bit of fruit and some protein on it. And your dinner is chicken, fish, turkey, tofu, your protein source with veggies and half a cup to 1 cup of brown rice. And that half a cup to 1 cup depends on whether you're intermittent fasting or you're not. And again, if you're doing this with us, we do a pre-meeting for our shredders where we make sure that everyone has all the pertinent information. So for you all, this is an overview. Let me tell you about the complete protein. So all shredders must have the complete protein. It is a full meal replacement, and it's macro nutrition. It's your carbs, it's your protein, it's everything that you need to balance your nutrition. It is, I do not go a day without my protein because it keeps me full and it's very satisfying and it keeps my weight down. So in order to participate in the shred, again, you must have the complete protein, which when you register to participate, that will come with it. We highly recommend the plant powders, which is your fruits, your veggies, and your berries, which is the micronutrition. Again, I'll explain to that. So your complete is your meal replacement. You're going to replace 1 to 2 meals with the complete shake. And then should you desire to add in the plant powders, you're also going to take those too. And you take them in a capsule or a chewable. I simply throw mine into my smoothie every day. And then the other thing you need to participate is your commitment to yourself. So why do we recommend the plant powders and what are they? I can tell you when I first heard about them as a nutritionist, I'm like, yeah, right. Like, what are you talking about? Fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And it took me a while to get it. But I started to read the research, and my clients started to see improvements in their health. It literally is raw fruits and vegetables, the pits, the peel, the seeds, ground up, the water is taken out, and it's put into a chewable or a capsule. What do you think would happen to your body if you flooded your body with 30 to 45 raw fruits and vegetables every single day? The fact that as a society, we are nutrient deficient, when you put these nutrients in your body responds at a cellular level. This is absolutely, wholeheartedly what I recommend. And again, because I do this so boldly as a nutritionist, I had to make sure that this was the real deal, that I wasn't, telling someone that something that wasn't really accurate. It's very life-changing. It is not a vitamin. When you take a vitamin, let's say a multivitamin, it is a synthetic form of nutrients. The Juice Plus is the nutrients. It has a nutrition facts label, not a supplement label. It's just like going to the store and getting broccoli. And then you might say, well, why don't I just eat broccoli? Why would I need to take this? We need about 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables a day, which is absurd and impossible to get. And the number of what we need keeps going up because our health keeps declining. So the more chemicals in the processed foods, the more nutrition we need to combat that. And so if you're not getting 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables a day, then this is a way to bridge the gap between what you are eating and what you should be eating. If you have the plant powders, then you can sponsor a child to receive it for free. It can be your child, your grandchild, your neighbor's child, whose ever child, but we actually, every time you get the plant powders, we will make a donation in honor of the child that you sponsored so that they can receive it for free as a chewable or a capsule. So my daughter's 14, she takes them as a capsule. When she was younger, she would do them as the chewable. We shred for 10 days every month, which is a wonderful protocol because it's like a detox. Well, it is a detox. So you're detoxifying your body for 10 days because the rest of the 21 days, we're not as strict with it. But every month, it's like my body knows, my body is craving, it's ready to get back on. If you keep doing that, you get into a rhythm and you are able to keep your body balanced and your weight down. So I want you to hear from a couple of shredders, and I will say this to you, everybody's shred experience is different. You're going to hear from some shredders as to what happened to them. But I repeat, what happened to them can happen to you. Something different can happen to you. When you flood your body with all this nutrition, your body knows what to do. When you take out what it doesn't need and you put in what it wants and needs, wonderful things happen. So if I'm going to call on two of my shredders. Denise, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there you are. Can you share your shred story? Because it's incredible to me. Take it away. Go for it.
I have actually been shredding for 2.5 years and I've lost over 80 pounds. So woo, I'm so excited. But it's not just about losing the weight. I've learned a lot about my body from doing the shred and how my body reacts to food. And it's actually, I've done a 360 with my health. I used to have asthma. I used to have allergies that were really bad. I even have an autoimmune thyroid, and I've been able to get off all my heart medications and my thyroid medications because of that. So the shred is exactly what the doctor wanted me to do. And I couldn't even believe it when I started. I was pre-diabetic. And when they took blood work at the start, right before I started the shred, and then took it a few months later, they were wowed that I dropped my A1C from 6 to 2.6, which is pretty amazing in just a couple of months. So I feel so much better. I have so much energy. I don't get sick. I don't do the flu shot anymore. I can't because of my autoimmune, but I don't get sick. I go to work and I'm around really sick patients, but I do well.
Thank you so much, so much. And so, yeah, I appreciate that. I'm always inspired by what the shred is. And people think it's a miracle. When you flood your body with what it needs, your body the body is so intelligent that it's just amazing. It's having a system and being able to follow it. Tammy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hi. So now
Hey.
tell your shred story.
Before I started the shred, I was sick as a dog. I was suffering from multiple sclerosis, lupus, high blood pressure, inflammatory vasculitis, fibromyalgia, just a whole bunch of stuff because that autoimmune brings friends. And me and my husband started off with the chewables, the fruits and the vegetables,
Okay.
and then the complete.
Uh-huh.
And we just did exactly what they said to do. And in 3 days, I had lost quite a bit of weight. And so I inboxed Robin because I took a picture of the scale because I didn't measure myself. I was like, well, it's not a weight loss product. Why should I measure myself? And so I had lost 9 pounds in 3 days. And so I was like, Robin, is this for real? Is this normal? And she's like, what did you say, Robin?
I said, I don't know if this is normal. Like, what is it? Yeah, it shocked me too.
Yeah, so my first shred, I lost 15 pounds, and I was just elated. My husband, he lost 11 pounds, and I was on 27 different medication. My hair started growing, and because the psoriasis on my scalp started healing up. I'm off the chemo pills, the blood pressure pills, the cholesterol pills, the Enbrel injections. I got to be outside during the summer because usually when you have autoimmune summertime and heat and you get lethargic and I just feel good. My skin started clearing up and we fit our wedding rings in the first week. After 2 years, we put our wedding rings on and it felt like a miracle to me because I didn't think I could ever feel good again. But I was like, flooding your body with nutrition does that. I wish people would have told me about this long time ago. And then now we're on the fruits, the vegetables, the berries, and the omegas. We're full in.
Full in. Thank you so much. And hi, Rodney.
Hi, Rodney.
Hey there. I appreciate you all hopping on to share that. I think sometimes people listening are like, oh my gosh, wow. So I'm going to tell y'all my shred story because it's certainly not as impressive. It is, yeah, it's not as impressive. But I can tell you what happens to me. So since I've been a part of the shred and taking the plant powders, I used to have allergies and red eyes done. My gums used to bleed, done. That's gone. I used to wear fake nails. My nails grow. My hair grows like crazy. And this was me as a nutritionist thinking that I eat well. So again, your body knows what to do with the nutrients and it does what it does. And you just have to appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm going to go a little faster so we could.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And thank you, Rodney. And
you're welcome
for sharing your journey.
The grits man.
Thank you. After the 10 days, we come back together. And again, we'll go over the nutrition plan and make sure you're good to go from shred to shred, what to do with those 20 days between the shreds. And so here's what we know about shredders. We know that everybody's body is different and that their experience with the shred is different. But we also know that the shred works when you follow it. We also know that when you do the shred and you have the plant powders, that your journey and your results are more profound. So you can certainly do the shred with only the protein. You certainly can do that. We have shredders that do, but we also know that the shredders that add the plant powders, they're flooding their body with the micronutrition and different things happen to them. So this is how, when we're talking about the shred or anything, how to make your goals stick. You got to come in with a real commitment. And when you put your time and your money in it, that's an indication that you're ready to do something. Success requires a plan, like step by step, day by day, 1, 2, 3, which is what we give you with the shred. We coach you through so that you know what to do. Come in with your why. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this, why are you doing this? Have your why. Accountability is important. So your shred leader will be looking for you and making sure that you're doing well, and your surroundings must change. Because if you have the same environment that you've always had, then you will be the same as you've been. What I love about the shred in our community is we are a community. And I'm going to tell you, it's really difficult to hear these stories and connect in with all of these shredders and then just not feel the energy and want to continue to do as we are doing. We are a community. We come together monthly. We see each other, other times during the month if we live close to each other, and we're always rooting for each other. So let me repeat it again. What happens during the shred? You're taking out gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed food, sugar, and eating after 6:30 or 7. You're adding in exercise at least 3 to 4 times during the shred, enough water so your urine is clear, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, 1 to 2 Juice Plus shakes. You can do 1 or you can do 2. And we recommend the Juice Plus fruits, veggies, and berries as a chewable or capsule. Not required, but recommended. The program includes your shred menu and nutrition guide, your protein, digital recipe book, accountability and support, success guide, support from your shred 10 leader specifically, and then access to our health and wellness experts. We start our shred in the next one in January 6th, and your deadline to confirm is the 30th. And what does that mean? And let me give you the options, because I know people are like, well, how much does it cost? That's the question that comes up. And so I want to tell you that this is an investment in you. And there's 3 options that you can decide which one works for you. And these options are good through the 30th, because after the 30th, and I have no control over this, but everything is going to go up. So option 1, if you just get the protein, then you get started with $36, and you're going to be billed 4 times at $36. So 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive months of $36. That's option 1, and you just have the complete protein. Option 2 is the complete protein plus the fruits and veggies in a plant powder. The fruits and veggies as a capsule or a chewable, and you can get started with that for $83. That would be 4 payments of $83. Option 3 is the complete protein plus the fruits, the veggies, and the berries in the fruit in the capsule or the chewable, and that is 4 payments of $111. And the question is, well, what are the berries, or what's the difference between 2 and 3? Berries are really, really significant for reducing the inflammation. So find the option that works for you. You can, if you choose option 2, you can add in the berries at another time. So we just want you to know that these are the options. You can go full on in with option 3. You can do option 2 and just, start there, or you can start with option 1. Option 2 and 3 will give you the best results, and that's the truth. So let me answer some questions that people have, and then at the end I want to answer questions that you may have. The question is, am I required to shred every month? You will have enough product to shred with us for multiple months, but some people shred in January, they skip February, and they come back in March. Or some people, they shred every month and they don't miss a month. So you're not required to shred. Once you sign up for the shred, you're going to do a shred at least once because you signed up for it. Let me back up. So can I explain the 4 payments? What happens after the 4 months, and why is it in 4 payments? Well, one thing is that with the Juice Plus company, research shows that if you do this for 4 months, right, it changes your blood work and all of that good stuff. So that's where the 4 comes in. And then they break it down so that you have, you can pay for it. So it gives you an opportunity to get started, not a big outlay, and they take you through the payment. After the 4 months, you can do 3 things. After the 4 months, you can say, that was great. I loved it. I don't want to do this again. You know, kick rocks, right? And then that's it. Or you can say, oh my gosh, that was great. I'm ready for my next 4 month supply, and you'll get another 4 month supply. Or let's say after 4 months, you still have something left and you're not ready for your next month supply, then you can delay it. Whatever you need to do or want to do will be done. So you're not stuck into something, but you do have the 4 month payment, and you're not being shipped something every month either. Once you register to do the shred, you're going to get all of your product up front. They just trust everybody to pay in that installment. What happens if you order the complete protein and you don't like it, or for some reason it doesn't work for you? So the Juice Plus company offers a money back guarantee. So if you get something and it doesn't work for you for whatever reason, then you send it back and you will not be billed. And if you need to be refunded for what you put out, then you will be. The other thing is, what happens if you order the plant powders and they don't work for you? Same thing. All of this is designed to be beneficial and work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, we don't want you to have something that doesn't work. The Juice Plus Complete comes in 60 servings, chocolate or vanilla, or chocolate and vanilla. So you could do 30 servings of chocolate, 30 servings of vanilla, or all of whichever. So when you have the Complete, it's 60 servings. Now, if you do a shred for 1 shake a day during the shred, you're going to use 10 serving, and you will have enough to do shreds with us multiple times. If you use 2 shakes a day, you may run out. It's 60 servings. However you spread that out. What I ended up doing is I started the shred, and then I realized I like the shakes. It's my food now, and so I go through a lot more of them because I use it every day. The Juice Plus comes in a 4 month supply, so it will last you 4 complete months. So even though you're doing it during the shred, during those 10 days, after the shred, you're going to continue to flood your body with the plant powders. Because think about this, when you're doing the shred, that 10 days is your detox period. You're flooding your body, and maybe you might go back to eating bread or dairy, what have you, but you're going to continue the habit of flooding your body with this nutrition, as you will be able to continue to build your body from a cellular level. And that's what we want and recommend for you. So you can get a head start, and you can get started with getting your products coming to you now, and you'll get your meal plan right away. So I know that the holidays are coming and people are all in that mode, but you literally can get started or pre-start, get your meal plan, poke around, get prepared, and we'll get the resources to you right away. So let me see if there's any questions I can answer. I tried to go a little bit fast because I always just want to keep it to 30 minutes, but are there any questions that I can answer for anyone, or any comments? I just want to make sure that I give thorough information to you all. Jontrice, do you have any questions?
No, I'm just excited. I wanted to tell the ladies that did join, thank you for joining us. They know me very well, Robin, and so I'm really excited about this shred coming up in January. And the ladies that I invited, they were intentionally invited because I know that they could benefit from this. So ladies, if you have any questions, this is the time to ask them, because we have the professional on the line. So just unmute yourselves and chime away.
Absolutely. If you all have questions, I will certainly answer. And if you're shy and you want to type in a question, that's okay too. So there's a baby. Hi, baby. The baby have a question. The baby.
Okay, now. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Kim. I was invited by Jontrice.
Okay.
I'm very interested in starting at the beginning of the year. So how soon do we need to make our first payment?
So when you sign up to do the shred, then that's when your first payment will be made. So if you do it tonight, that's when it'll be billed to you. If you do it on the 29th, then so whatever day you do it, that's the day that it'll be of the next 4 consecutive months. Does that make sense? So if you do it on the 15th, they're going to bill you on the 15th for the next few months. So yeah, so this is the other thing. Let's say you started it on the 15th, but then you're like, shoot, I started on the 15th this month, but my paydays really are on the 30th. Then the following month, we can move the payment to the 30th. So I'm gonna say that. Let's say you wanted to get started now because you wanted your products and you wanted the meal plan, but in January you didn't want the payment to come out on the 15th because the 30th is better for you. Then all we do is just adjust that payment. For you, yeah, because we've had to do that a couple of times, and we're happy to do that.
Okay, and the second one, that was the $83 a month, and that included the protein and the veggie vitamins as well, right?
Yes, so it includes the fruits and vegetables, and in that, and I want to say this to everybody, that's an approximate, and the reason why I say an approximate because it can be less than that. It's generally not going to be more than that. If you if you have a child, your child will get the product for free. There's a little bit of extra shipping when they ship out the child product, but it's all included in that. So let's say the option 2, the 4 payments of $83, it's going to give you the protein, the fruits and vegetables, and it's also going to give you a child supply too.
Okay. And then I'm looking at both of them, and then I'm looking at the option 3 as well.
Yeah. And I'm a mama, and for me, when I knew that my child was gonna get it for free, because I'm super frugal, y'all. Like I'm so super frugal, and I was like, no. But then they were like, your daughter gets it for free. I'm like, okay, anything from a daughter, right? So, and it's helped her, and she never gets sick. All her little high school friends are sick and she doesn't get sick, so it's definitely a good thing for my whole family. Yeah,
well, I have myself, and then I have my daughter here too, with me. She's listening in with me.
How old is your daughter?
She's grown.
How grown? It's okay.
29.
Is she in college?
Not anymore.
Okay, we'll see what we can figure out for you guys.
But she wants to do it as well. I know she can't do it by herself, so she would need my help with it. So.
Hi. Whose baby is that?
That's my granddaughter. Her daughter.
Okay. I got a plan.
Okay. What I'm trying to do is. Which one did you want to do?
I'm gonna stop the recording right now just so that it won't go too long, but I'm still here.